Welcome back to Wing College. I'm Gijnlim, the Garden Whisperer, and today, then same jumper, same day, I'm putting down asparagus. Now, asparagus is a perennial vegetable, so it takes a few years for it to build up, and then once it gets established, like you can have your asparagus spears then very readily to pick then as well. But they can be expensive in the shops. That's why I want to start buying them, growing them myself. So I have a crown here. There's two crowns here. Just they're tied together. Yeah, they come in a bag with a little bit of compost on them. The variety then is Gijnlim. Gijnlim is an F1 hybrid, and so get two in a pack. And I have another variety I'm going to grow from seed, and you'll see that in another video. So when you see these, they look a little bit otherworldly, not. So, show you a bit closer. So these are actually all your roots, okay? So you have a fibrous roots and then you have more fleshy roots, okay? Fleshy roots is where the food will be stored, and that fibrous roots of water will be uptaken that way to nutrients. And then you have the crown here, okay? So like a crown of a strawberry. Very simple. So I'm just going to pop a hole here. Again, this is actually in the soup bed. It's very clay soil underneath this too. So I'm just going to mix in a little bit of that. Take a little bit of bark from the pathway. Mix that in. Now this again is going to be an experiment for me. Let's see how this goes, because this is going to be here then for a few years. So I'm just going to pop that down. So I'm only doing the minimum disturbance of the soil. That's what you do with no dig. Then I don't want to totally bury it. Generally, if you bury crowns of a lot of plants, and they could rot easy. So I'm going to put this around a foot apart. Then here again. And this soil in the garden can get very, very wet. It's a heavy clay. So the no dig is good for me that way. The raised beds have been good too. A couple of years ago I did a little trial of using Jack's Magic compost with topsoil, and another one without Jack's Magic and just the topsoil. The one with the Jack's Magic has seaweed enriched, as I mentioned before. I don't get any paid partnership or anything like that. This is, I'm a customer buying it. So, and I found with the Jack's Magic seaweed enriched compost, the sweet corn grew 2, if not 3 times bigger than what it was in just topsoil. So that's why it's important to look at the ingredients. Feed your soil is important there as well. Not always feeding the plant, feed the soil. And then the soil will look after the plant. So they're a foot apart. They'll grow like a ferny look about them. That's what asparagus looks like. I was showing that to David the other day too, because he thought it was just spears. And I was trying to show him then that they actually grow into large, like fern-like structures then too, up to about 4 or 5 foot high then as well when they get mature. That's where the spears grow from. No, they grow from the spears, sorry, I should say that way. But yeah, that's them planted in there. But in another video I'm going to be doing for next week, the seed sowing of asparagus, and we can take it from there and watch them grow in every step of the way into the garden. And hopefully now these will be more so for next year, because I won't pick the asparagus off them, the spears off them this year. It'll be for next year. I want them to build up those crowns, so then I get better harvest in time to come. Gardening is about patience, and not. No, I'm not an instant gardener. I'm a patient gardener as much as possible. But it's important to get that mindset in as well. It should be a relaxing thing to do, not a stressful thing. It's nature therapy that gives you food. Bye for now.